Hello dear students, today is the 18th lecture of uh, linear kinematics. Okay, so in this class we have to study the river problems. In the previous class we have done the rain and umbrella problem. Okay, now we come to the river problems. Okay, see here we have VR as velocity of river, Vp is what? It is velocity of particle. Particle may be a boat, maybe any body, or maybe a ship, okay, or swimmer. Velocity of particle with respect to the river. D is suppose the width of river, and T is suppose time taken by the particle to cross the river. T is the time taken by the particle to cross the river. These information we have given. Suppose this coordinate is positive x and this coordinate is positive y. Okay, see what information we have. Suppose it is river of given width of the river is d, velocity of river we have given vr. Okay, and suppose particle starts moving from point A. So this point, initial point, should be considered as the origin of coordinate system. So this coordinate is y we have, and this coordinate we have what? X positive, it is y positive, and it is x positive. Okay, now we have to start from this point A, velocity of river, and this one is suppose velocity of particle with respect to the river, and angle between the velocity of river and the velocity of particle, this angle is suppose theta. Okay, it is the river velocity. So see, according to the parallelogram law of vector addition, the resultant velocity of the particle will be the diagonal of the parallelogram, along the diagonal of the parallelogram formed by the velocities. This will be the direction of the resultant velocity. This angle is alpha, and this resultant velocity we have vr vector plus vp vector. Now with this resultant velocity, particle will be crossing the river. So suppose just opposite to A we have a point P, and particle crosses the river, and in crossing the river it comes to some another point, that is what? C. It is other than B, and it has covered a horizontal distance x in crossing the river. Okay, so this one is the horizontal distance x in crossing the river. So this resultant velocity we have vr plus vp We may find it using the parallelogram law of vector addition or the law of vector addition. The vector which is neither along x coordinate nor along y coordinate, it must be resolved along the coordinates. Accordingly, find the velocity along x coordinate, velocity along y coordinate, and accordingly find the result. Okay. So now say, in crossing the river, particle reaches to some another point C, and it comes at point C after what time? T. Okay, so T is the time taken by the particle to cross the river, and x is what we have. It is the displacement of particle that is x is equal to BC in crossing the river. In crossing the river, particle reaches to some another point C, and that displacement is what we have, x. Okay, this point is 0 0, this point is what, 0 and D, this coordinate. And what about this coordinate? This coordinate is, we have x and D. So we have to find the value of time taken by the particle to cross the river, and this one is unknown value x. This result also we have to get x. That is the displacement of particle, that is the horizontal displacement of particle, not only displacement. It is what, horizontal. Actual displacement of particle is AC. So displacement of particle in crossing the river is AC. That is equal to what, xi cap plus dj cap according to the vector law. Okay, so that is the displacement of particle in crossing the river. X is here what, the horizontal displacement in crossing the river, and vertical displacement in crossing the river is D, that has been given. Okay, now we come to the conceptual part. So we get the velocity along x coordinate and velocity along the y coordinate. Okay, so see, this velocity of particle is neither along x coordinate nor along y coordinate. That's why it must be resolved along the coordinates. This one is Vp, velocity of particle at an angle what, theta, with the x coordinate. The component along theta will be in terms of cos. So this Vx, this result is what, Vp cos theta, and this component we have in front of theta, it is in terms of sine, that is what, Vp sine theta. Then what is the vector value of the velocity of particle? That is what, Vp cos theta I cap plus Vp sine theta j cap. That is the vector value of the velocity. Okay, now see, what is the resultant velocity of particle along x coordinate? This velocity has been resolved. Now what we have, this one is the velocity of river, and for particle, this one is the vertical component, Vp sine theta, and particle velocity along horizontal is what we have, Vp cos theta. Now see, the a river is supporting the velocity of particle. This case is called upstream and downstream. I will discuss in the next part after doing that. Okay, so what is the resultant velocity of particle along x coordinate or horizontal direction? So see, we have a resultant velocity along x coordinate, Vx is equal to Vr and Vp cos theta are in the same direction, that's why these are added, that is Vr plus Vp cos theta. And similarly, what will be the resultant velocity along y coordinate? So it is Vp sin theta. This coordinate is what, x, and this coordinate is y. So similarly, resultant along y coordinate Vy, we have what? That is only Vp sin theta. It is the resultant along y coordinate and this one is resultant along the x coordinate. Okay. Now see, the motion is what? 2D. It is the case of, we have 2D motion. It is the case of two-dimensional motion. Okay. Now what is the velocity along x coordinate? That is, suppose initial velocity along x coordinate, that we have Vr plus Vp cos theta. Is there any acceleration? No. Acceleration along x coordinate is 0. What is velocity along y coordinate? It is the component of particle's velocity, that is Vp sin theta. And what about the acceleration along y coordinate? That is 0. Okay. Now we have to find what? The time taken by the particle to cross the river. So displacement along one coordinate we have given, and we have to find the value of what? Time. So for time and displacement time relation, kinematical relation is what? Ut plus half at square if acceleration is constant, although there is no acceleration here. Okay. Then using the formula, so in case of two-dimensional motion, this formula will be divided into two coordinates. Along x coordinate, result is what? Uxt plus half axt square, and along y coordinate the result we have uyt plus half ayt square. Okay. X we have to find, time is unknown here. Now say, what is the value of y? So after time t, the value of y we have what? D. X coordinate is x and y coordinate d is given. Okay. So for at t is equal to t, we have y is equal to what? D, that is the width of the river. So using the formula, what we get? D is equal to, what is uy? Uy is Vp sin theta. Okay. So we take Vp sin theta. This question may be asked with acceleration also, that's why we have taken this concept ax and ay. If acceleration is there, then it will be taken as what? Non-zero, and you have to put the value here. And Vp sin theta into time t. What about ay? Ay we have what? 0. So 0, the result you get what? Time is equal to d by Vp sin theta. So it is the time taken by the particle to cross the river. Okay. Now we have to get what? The distance, horizontal displacement in crossing the river. Time we have known. Now we have to find the value of what? X. Now see, when t is equal to t, ये हमने find किया है, x will be equal to, what is the value of ux? That is Vr plus Vp cos theta, and into what time? T time. Now putting the value of t here, so we'll get the result of what? The horizontal displacement of particle in crossing the river. Okay. So we come to the horizontal displacement. Horizontal displacement in crossing the river, we have Vr plus Vp cos theta, and into time t. time t is what we have, that is d by vp sin theta. That is the horizontal displacement of particle in crossing the river. Okay, now we may find the actual displacement of particle in crossing the river. It implies that actual displacement in crossing the river is AC, okay, that is equal to under root x square plus d square. That is the magnitude of the actual displacement. Okay, actual displacement was what, xi cap plus dj cap, and the magnitude will be what, under root x square plus d square. It is the actual displacement of particle in crossing the river. Okay, now to solve any river problem you may use this concept. Okay, so this one is the general concept for what, the river problem. So you have to find resultant velocity along x coordinate, resultant velocity along y coordinate, then use this formula, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Since the motion is two dimensional, that's why the formula is divided in two coordinates, and from one formula we get time. Putting this result in along x coordinate, we'll get the horizontal displacement. And if acceleration is also defined, you may have given the value of acceleration in the question, then you have to take acceleration x and y also. So putting the values, you will get the results. Okay, if acceleration is there, then it will be a quadratic equation. Solving the quadratic equation, you will get the value of time, and then put this time in this formula. Okay, you'll get this result, and accordingly we find x, and actual displacement is what, it is actual displacement. In that case, if acceleration is variable, then the path will be not straight, it will be a curved path. Say if acceleration is not equal to 0, that is ax not equal to 0, we take only one part. In that case, the path of the particle will be what, curved, it will be not straight. It is a, it is what, b. In crossing the river, particle will be moving like this. Okay, so that will be what, a curved path. Particle that time will be tracing a curved path. Here ay we have taken what, 0. Okay, then this point is c. Then displacement, you may use this formula, it is x square plus d square. But while in case of distance, you will have to find the equation of this curve y as fx, and then use the method I have told you to find the distance. Okay, distance finding method in 2D coordinates. So in the first or second class in displacement and distance topic, I have given the formula for getting the value of what, the distance of the curved path. Okay, now we come to the, it is the general formula to get time period and the horizontal displacement in crossing the river and the displacement. Now we come to the two cases, that is minimum time taken by the particle to cross the river and time taken by the particle to cross the river covering the minimum distance. Okay, now we come to the cases. So firstly we come to case 1. First case is minimum time taken by the particle to cross the river. Okay, so minimum time taken by the particle to cross the river, that we have to get. Okay, now see, point A, this one is y coordinate and this one is x coordinate. It was the origin of coordinate system. Width of the river was given d. Particle starts moving from this point. Okay, to see what is the time taken by the particle to cross the river. Firstly, we come to that point. It is the actual displacement of particle in crossing the river. It is the condition the path is straight only when acceleration is equal to what? 0. There is no acceleration in the river. And how acceleration is possible? If the river has slope, then it will have acceleration A is equal to g sin theta. That will I will be doing in the laws of motion. Okay, now see, what was the formula for time? Time was d by Vp sin theta. Okay, this time will be minimum only if the sin theta will be what? Maximum. So this time is minimum only when the value of sin theta is what? 1. That means time minimum will be what? D divided by Vp. It is the minimum time taken by the particle to cross the river. So for minimum time, t is equal to t minimum only if sin theta is equal to what? 1. Sin theta is 1, that means theta is equal to 90 degree. So sin 90 is always 1. That means the velocity of particle must be perpendicular to the velocity of river. Theta was the angle between Vp and Vr. Na? So velocity of particle must be perpendicular to the velocity of river for the total time period of motion. In that case only the particle will take minimum time to cross the river. So now we get what result? Now we get a result. Time is minimum only if Vp is perpendicular to Vr. Okay, that implies that T is minimum only if Vp is perpendicular to Vr for the total time period of motion. Of motion. Okay, and what is the value of minimum time? So minimum time we have d divided by Vp sin 90, that is simply d by Vp. Then what is the horizontal displacement in crossing the river in that case? And horizontal displacement we have Vr plus Vp cos 90, okay, divided by into d by Vp sin theta, it is sin of 90 degree. So we have the result Vrd by Vp. So horizontal displacement in crossing the river is Vrd divided by Vp. Okay, that is horizontal displacement in crossing the river. Then what is the actual displacement? It implies that the actual displacement, that is equal to AC, is equal to under root x square plus d square. Put this value here, you will get the value of what? The actual displacement of particle in crossing the river. It was the first case, minimum time taken by the particle to cross the river. So remember, For minimum time, if we have no acceleration, time will be what? D by Vp, and it is possible only when, so for the total time period of motion, Vp and Vr are perpendicular to each other. At any time you take, it is Vp and it is what? Vr. Now at this point also, Vp and Vr are always perpendicular. Okay. Now we come to the case 2, second case. Okay. In the second case, case 2, it is time taken to cover the minimum distance in crossing the river. We have to find time taken to cover the minimum distance in crossing the river. Okay. All the informations we have known. This coordinate is y, and this coordinate we have x. This point is the origin of coordinate system. Now what is the minimum distance here? So from the diagram, width of the river is the minimum distance. If you go to left or right, the distance will be what? Increased. So this distance, width of the river, is the minimum distance. So since width is the minimum distance, that's why the resultant velocity of the particle must be along the line of what? Width, that is what? AB. AB we have considered, na? So it is A, and this point is what? B. So say, since the width of river, that is AB, is equal to D, is the minimum distance in crossing the river, hence the resultant velocity must be along the line AB. Okay. Minimum distance must be along this line, AB line. That means the particle should be moved against the flow. Flow is in this right side, so it should be moved against the flow in such a way that resultant velocity is directed along AB. Okay. So next point, particle should move against the flow in such a way that the resultant velocity is directed along the line AB, okay, or along the width of river, okay, along the width of a river, okay. Now say particles should be moved against the flow in such a way it is the velocity of particle and it is velocity of river. So we use parallelogram law of vector addition, head and tail rule of the vector addition, okay. See, this VR is shifted here, VR, and the resultant of VP and VR, this velocity is what we have, VAB. So it should be moved against the flow, okay. This angle, suppose we have what, theta. Now see, it is the value of VAB. So if the resultant velocity is directed along the line AB, then particle will cover the minimum distance in crossing the river, and particle reaches here at what time? T time now, okay. So what is the value of VAB? Vector value is VP plus VR. And what will be the magnitude of the velocity here? Stated VP is greater than VR. To use Pythagoras theorem, you will get the result what? Under root VP square minus VR square. So one thing is confirmed here, that for covering the minimum distance, particle will be able to cross the river along the line AB only if VP is greater than what? VR. This condition must be satisfied if the particle is able to cross the river along the line AB. Okay, if VR is greater than VP, then particle will reach at any point other than what? B in crossing the river. So now we have the velocity along the line AB, and distance we have defined. The width of the river we have given, that is what? D along the line. Okay, now we may get the value of time. So time is equal to displacement divided by what? The velocity along that line. So we get time taken by the particle to cover the minimum distance, that is AB divided by the magnitude of velocity along the line AB. AB we have D divided by under root VP square minus VR square. So it is the answer for time, okay. Now one question we may have, in what direction particles should be moved against the flow. So direction we may have to find, means we have to find the value of what? Theta. So now say, for getting the value of theta, use this triangle. Along this line we have VP and it is VR. This angle we have what? Theta. So hypotenuse we have known and perpendicular is also known. So what will be the value of sine theta? Sine theta will have to use because perpendicular and hypotenuse are known. So sine theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse, that is what? VR by VP. Now say sine theta must be less than what? Equal to 1. So if VR is greater than VP, then sine theta will be greater than what? 1. That is impossible. So for value to be less than 1, VR must be less than what? VP. So from this result also we have VP greater than what? VR. Okay. So this one is the result. So these two cases we have to do. Now we come to the concept of upstream and downstream. Okay. Because the Eurodo first question is based on that's called that concept only. First question of Eurodo is a motorboat going downstream overcomes a raft at a point A, and it turned back, and after some time passed the raft at a distance. This question I have to discuss with you. Okay, a motorboat going downstream. So see, what is downstream? Upstream is against the flow of a river, that is against the flow of river, means flow of water or flow of any fluid, that may be air. Okay, and upstream, suppose this one is the velocity of particle and this one is the velocity of a river. The particle is moving against the flow of the river. So what will be the resultant velocity of particle? The net velocity of the particle this time will be velocity of particle minus the velocity of a river. So this case is for what? Upstream, that is against the flow of the river. Now if say Vp is greater than Vp is equal to Vr, particle ka velocity or river ka velocity are equal, then Vp minus Vr is 0, then there will be no displacement of the particle in the river flow. Particle remains static for an external observer. Particle remains static. Okay, now we come to the next case. If Vr is greater than Vp, so if river velocity is greater than Vp, then the net velocity will be Vr minus Vp. In that case, the particle will move along the direction of the flow of the river. Okay, now we come to the downstream case. Downstream, it is in the direction of flow of a river. Okay, the downstream is in the direction of flow of a river. Okay, suppose this one is the velocity of particle and this one is the velocity of river. Now say river or any flow, it may be the flow of wind also. So your river is supporting the velocity of particle. So what will be the net velocity of the particle? That will be Vr plus Vp. Okay, so this condition is upstream against the flow of river and downstream in the direction of flow of the river. That is the concept. Okay, now we come to one question of Eurodo. 3.1 हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे क्योंकि ये फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, कंपैरेटिवली इजी क्वेश्चन है. ओके, It is question number 1.7 of Eurodo. In mechanics, we should draw the condition firstly. Okay, we have two swimmers leave point A on one bank of the river to reach point B, lying right across on the other bank. Okay, two swimmers we have. One swimmer is A, and for the similar condition the other swimmer is B. We are taking the different diagrams, and the swimmers have to reach, suppose this point is P, and the other point we have taken, two swimmers leave point A. Okay, this point is A and this point is B. This point is A, and just opposite to A we have point B. Both the swimmers have to reach the point. This one is swimmer 1 and this one is swimmer 2. S1 and S2 we have taken. Okay, so we have drawn the initial condition. Whatever the statement has been given, according to that statement we draw the diagram. One of them crosses the river along the straight line AB. Now what we have given, one of them crosses the river along the line AB. Okay, so first swimmer strictly move along the line AB. That is the condition for first swimmer. So along the line AB means the first swimmer has to move against the flow in such a way that the resultant velocity is directed along what line? AB line. It is velocity of river. Okay, so what we have, VAB is equal to case 2, it is what? VP square minus VR square. We have discussed both the cases. First case was minimum time taken by the particle to cross the river, and the second point, the time taken by the particle to cover the minimum distance in crossing the river. So time taken here for the first swimmer, the time taken is suppose T1. So T1 is what? The distance covered. Suppose the width of river we have what? D. So D divided by under root VP square. So from the given statement we find the value of time taken by the first swimmer. Okay, while the other swims at right angles to the stream and then walks the distance that he has been carried away by the stream to get to point B. And for the second swimmer, the statement has been given what? Means his motion is always perpendicular to the river velocity. So if velocity of the particle is perpendicular to the river, in that case particle takes minimum time to cross the river. Okay, so here in the second case for swimmer 2, particle velocity, swimmer velocity is perpendicular to what? The river's velocity. That's why the swimmer reaches to some other point C. Okay, and he has been carried away by what distance? X. I have told you. Okay, so here we have VP perpendicular to VR. Okay, now we come to the statement. One of them crosses the river along the line AB while the other swims at right angles to the stream and then walks the distance that he has been carried away by the stream to get to point B. Now firstly the swimmer comes here, okay, and then finally he walks from C to B because both the swimmers have to reach this point only. Okay, so suppose this distance is T2, this time taken is T2 and here time taken is what? T2 dash. So we have total time taken by the swimmer, second swimmer, is what? T2 plus T2 dash. What was the velocity of his walking? Now velocity of his walking we have to get u, that means we have to get the value of what, u. अगर आप ड्रॉ नहीं करेंगे तो आपको सॉल्व करने में प्रॉब्लम होगा. तो वट एवर द कंडीशन वी हैव, यू विजुअलाइज द कंडीशन एंड वी शुड ड्रॉ इट. ओके. If both swimmers reach the destination simultaneously and the condition is given, first swimmer takes time t1 and the second swimmer takes time what, t2, capital T2, and these are equal because they have reached the destination point B simultaneously. Okay. If the stream velocity is 2 km per hour and velocity of each swimmer with respect to water is given for 2.5 km per hour. We have given velocity of each swimmer vs1 is equal to vs2. That has been given 2.5 km per hour with respect to the river. Okay, it has been given. And what is the velocity of river we have? The velocity of river has been given 2.0 km per hour. Okay. Now see, what is the value of T2? This T2 is minimum time taken by the particle to cross the river, that is d by Vp. Okay, so d by velocity of particle, that means velocity of the swimmer. So velocity of particle that we have considered Vp. Okay, and Vp is equal to Vs1 is equal to Vs2, that is given. Now we have to find T2 dash. So T2 dash is what, the distance covered by the particle in crossing the river, that is x, divided by velocity of the particle or velocity of the swimmer along that line. The swimmer has covered this distance x with what speed, u. So this will be what, distance covered by speed u. Okay, x by u. Now we have the value of plus we have the value of x also. So in perpendicular condition, see the result when particle takes minimum time, what was the value of x? This one was vrd divided by what, vp. Okay, that is the result. तो T2 का result हमारे पास ये है. Now according to the given condition we have what, now from the given condition we have T1 is equal to T2. So what is the value of T1? That is d by Vp square minus Vr square, and that is equal to T2. T2 we have d by Vp and plus Vrd divided by Vp. Okay, d या कॉमन लेके हमने कैंसिल किया, तो वी गेट द रिजल्ट 1 by Vp square minus Vr square, that is equal to 1 by Vp plus Vr by Vp, that is 1 by, what is the velocity of each swimmer? It has been given 2.5 km per hour square minus velocity of river we have given 2.0 square, that is equal to 1 by Vp. Vp is taken out, so 1 by Vp, that is 2.5, and it will be equal to what, 1 plus the velocity of river we have 2.0. okay, so solving u we have to take here. Okay, here also we have u. Now it is what, 2 by u. Now see, we have only one variable here, that is what, u. So solving we may get the value of what, u. So solve to get u. Okay, in this way we will get the value of what? The velocity of the swimmer. The answer will come, it is question number 1.7. Answer for this question is 3 km per hour. So we'll get the result. That is the answer. Okay. Now, question number 1.1 is for homework. And more questions on relative velocity will be doing in the next class. Okay, thank you.